Thank you for taking a few minutes to see what we've done for the window and door manufacturer. Allow me to introduce Surefire Systems, a company I founded in 1996. My name is Richard Schilke, and I'm currently the CEO and Chief Software Architect for the company. I grew up in the window business in Florida, working at my father's window manufacturing company from high school through college. I started Surefire Systems to fill a need I saw for taking orders and presenting them to the factory floor as simply as possible, while still handling all the complexities that are involved in the accurate and complete specification of your products. At Surefire, you'll find window people who talk your language, not computer software geeks squawking some techno-speak. Our goal is to keep it simple, but highly effective in assisting you in the selling and manufacturing of your orders. Right now, over 250 companies are using Surefire's tools to help them run their businesses. Yeah, we're a software company, but don't hold that against us. Many software products are hard to use, and it feels like you don't get good value for the money you spend. This is especially true in a specialized business like window fabrication, where companies go to market in their own unique ways, making it difficult to find software that can help you do what you do. Inexpensive programs like QuickBooks are great, but they don't quite do all the things you need done, forcing you to go to Excel or other separate programs. You need something designed for this industry. Right. As soon as I said designed for this industry, you saw the dollar signs flash before your eyes. And it's true, traditional programs that are used by the medium to large window manufacturing companies cost hundreds of thousands of dollars to set up and run. And then you pay even more for the consulting, the training, server hardware, network upgrades, required other upgrades, and the annual support the software company requires you to do. Well, in my mind, if it takes so much effort, training, and time to learn the program, it wasn't programmed correctly. Software that is hard to use won't get used. We have customers who abandoned other software companies' expensive software projects that they'd spent lots of money on because they just could not spend the time required to make it work. If it takes that much effort, maybe something is wrong with the software. Is there another way of doing this? You know you need some of the tools these programs provide, but you don't want to spend all the time and all the money to get there. You're probably doing something like Excel and QuickBooks to get the job done now, and it's working okay. There really isn't great pricing support, and the reentry in Excel creates potential errors in the factory, and you don't have any way of allowing customers to price their own products. Sometimes Sue makes an entry that costs you money, and what happens when Sue goes on vacation? Some of you have used homegrown software, maybe using an outside contract programmer to give you what you need. There's pitfalls in that approach as well when that individual decides to do something else or isn't available to put in updates. Fortunately, sometimes technology evolves to make things simpler instead of more complex, and that's the breakthrough that's happening right now. Instead of spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on a software package, what if you just paid for what you used in a pay-as-you-go basis? This way, you get to decide every month if the value that you're getting works for your company. If it doesn't, just stop using it and do something else. This is called software as a service and represents a new class of software that is made available to you wherever you have an internet connection from anywhere in the world. Some very large companies have been offering this type of service for years in certain business areas like accounting and Salesforce management. Surefire Systems has taken this concept and created Surefire Online. If you have a PC or a Mac on your desk right now and it has an internet connection, then you have everything you need to start using Surefire Online in your business today. Surefire Online is a software package that was designed from scratch for the window and door business. We made the software modular, so we let you decide how much software you need for your business. Subscribe to a module and don't need it or want it anymore? Simply unsubscribe and you won't pay for it anymore. You can operate your company very effectively with the base module in Surefire Online, which includes the ability to enter customer orders with your products and custom pricing, and then take those orders and generate all the shop floor paperwork required to manufacture the products, including all cutting dimensions and machine settings your factory employees need to know in order to make your products. There are no contracts and no long-term commitments. There is nothing to install, and Surefire Online runs on all the major browsers in Windows, on Macs, or in Linux. Since we designed it for the Internet, you'll find a clean, simple, and consistent way to get your work done. We've also spent considerable time creating help videos that are just a click away, along with hints to keep you going. Our customers tell us Surefire Online is very easy to use. The Surefire Online Product Configurator visually guides you to make selections of the available options and choices for your products. Surefire Online checks that the choices made by the user pass all the validation checks you've set up, and then generates the drawings, pricing, and description for your product. Our description uses your terminology and is readable by the contractor, builder, or homeowner very simply. No cryptic abbreviations or shortcuts to confuse the customer. The configurator uses the Surefire Shape Library and your engineering to create unique properties for the product that you can use to customize the product, all within computer control. This configurator technology has been in use for many years and has successfully handled millions of products ordered by our customers, so you can be assured it can handle most any situation. Have an opening with multiple windows in it that all have to line up? This is a piece of cake with Surefire Online's multi-unit layout. Easily drag and place windows you have entered into their spot in the opening and then ask Surefire Online to align the frames. From there, it is simply a few button clicks until everything is lined up exactly the way you want. This is the simplest and easiest way to build multi-units. You can specify gaps between the windows or show them mulled together directly. We even have a tool for taking triple radius head windows and bringing them to a common arc so that the heads of the windows flow smoothly into each other. And we can do the same with roof pitches for those trapezoid or triangle picture windows by specifying the pitch. We take our goal of simple but effective and create powerful software that everyone can use. You benefit from fewer mistakes, clearer communications, and professional presentations. Now let's take a look at a few order forms that we print using Surefire Online. The sales quotation form clearly shows the items ordered for your customer and reinforces it with drawing details that show the grid patterns. We also include the NFRC rating data so there can be no question about the performance rating of the windows he is getting from you. Upload your logo and we can place it on the form so that the form becomes completely branded to your company. And if you use the multi-unit layout tool, we'll give you an opening chart. Since we know the dimensions and layouts of the multi-unit openings, it becomes very easy to show the homeowner or contractor an opening chart for his building with both the product size and opening dimensions. At last, here's where sales turns into revenue. Using the power of the Surefire Online configurator, you have entered and quoted the customer his set of windows. Now the job is to manufacture those windows accurately and efficiently. Since the order is in Surefire Online, you have loaded your cut list for each product. We can now generate a simple page for each window on the order showing the picture and all the cuts required to make the product. Check out the detailed drawing of the products showing the important alignment points in red. No more having to look up or calculate glass sizes, part cuts, or machine stop settings. Surefire Online has it covered. Your factory employees use the sheet to manufacture the product and you deliver it accurately and on time. The order can now be invoiced, and Surefire Online generates an invoice that looks very similar to the original order acknowledgement you sent to your customer. This avoids confusion and speeds payment. Good job. Well, we've gone a long way in a short presentation, and we've discovered a simpler, more accurate way to do customer order processing and plant production orders. Let's recap. There's no software to install. Access it anywhere you have internet. No new or special hardware is required. Use all your existing computers. You can get to work right away without distractions of having installed software and the headaches that they cause. Surefire Online was designed from scratch for the window business and is tuned to give you the right information at the right time. Our design is specific to the web with features and capabilities that keep it simple and make it easy. Of course, we have products and pricing down pat. Our CAD-like drawings reduce errors and confusion and show the customer exactly what he is getting. And with Surefire Online, you pay only for what you want to use with no long-term contracts and commitments. So why wouldn't you do this? Feel free to contact us for more information. Make your life simpler and easier. Use Surefire Online in your business. Thank you for your time.